Hey, peace family. I'm back with another video. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Good evening to each and every one of you, family. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're strong. Even on Ramadan, hope you're feeling strong, man. I just want to start by saying, my motto. Greatness is the state of mind and being. It starts from the ground up, from within, through the darkness of the mind. Greatness comes with suffering, blood, sweat, trial, and tribulations. But we should never back down. We should never pop out from chasing our dreams, because every soul is created to be equally great. Every soul is mandatory to be great. Every soul is required to be great. You know, God invested greatness within us, and God wants us to live for Him. God wants us to live and die for Him. God cares about you. God don't care about your mommy. God don't care about your daddy. God don't care about your relatives. You hear me? You are not living for your mommy and your daddy. You're not living for your relatives. You're living for God. Each and every one of us came here on earth. We came from God. Therefore, we have to live and die for God. So, there's greatness within my young brothers and sisters. There's greatness within you. And you have the power. You have every right to unleash that greatness from within you. You know, it's the same thing like when you sleep in the night. When you're sleeping in the night peacefully and you close your eyes, you can dive deeply inside you. You can meet the being that is sleeping. You can meet the being that is sleeping within you. You can meet the being that is sitting inside you. You can meet the being that is walking, whatever the being is doing inside you. You can meet him or her within you. And within that person, within you, that is where you find your greatness. That is when you find greatness within yourself, when you meet that being. It's like you going in there to have a conversation with the being within yourself. Have a conversation with the being within yourself and ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you want so you can be that person that you want to be on this earth and in the year after. Yeah, my family. So there's greatness within you. You know, that's another thing. That comes with being spiritual. When you're in this spiritual state, when you're in this spiritual planet, you will meet that being and you will get what you're looking for. Everybody's looking for something. And the only way that we can get what we're looking for is by diving within ourselves. You know, family, there's a difference between spiritual consciousness and physical consciousness. What is the difference between spiritual consciousness and physical consciousness? I can look at them like human beings. You hear me? Spiritual consciousness has so much power, more than physical consciousness. But you know, spiritual consciousness is something that cannot be seen. It's within yourself. The only way you can see is with your mind. You hear me? You can't see anything in the spiritual realm or in the spiritual planet unless you're in the spiritual state. People who go ahead of the time, people who are ahead of the time, it's like they are not from this world. They don't live in this world. They are not working in this world. You know, it's like they may you may be, they you, we may be thinking that they're working in this world, but actually they are not. I don't know how to explain it, but it's so deep. You hear me? So it is something that cannot be seen. When you go through within yourself, the inner being is going to show you what you have to see. Sometimes the inner being is going to show you what you're going to experience in the coming days, or in the coming month, or in the coming year, or in the ahead of time. You know, just for you to prepare yourself to meet what you're going to face in the physical plane. You hear me? And physical consciousness is something that can be seen with your naked eyes. When you're physically conscious of your surrounding, when you're physically conscious of the world, of what is going on out here, you know? But you can only be physically conscious if and only if you got that information from this spiritual being. You hear me? Only if you're in a spiritual state. That's when you'll be able to make physical, conscious decisions in your life over what is happening in the world and in your environment. So, spiritual consciousness has so much power. And what happens is that, they work with each other, they work hand in hand, they're equal to each other. There is no way that, one side is working and the other side is not working. No, one side cannot be working, you know, it don't work like that. Both of them work together. You hear me? So spiritual consciousness has so much power, and it gives power, it leads its power to the physical consciousness. And that's what makes you powerful. When you become spiritual conscious, automatically you become physically conscious and powerful. You hear me? So that's one of the things that I know, that I realize. I mean, I wish I knew some books that talks about this kind of stuff, but it's something that came in my mind that I was thinking about, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. You hear me? So, and so many of us are not in the spiritual state. We're not actually in the spiritual planet. Why? Because we're so distracted with life. We're so distracted with so many things that's going on out here. And for that reason, we cannot have that power that we're looking for, because so many of us were living in the physical plane, you know. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Anything in life starts in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual plane before it comes in the physical plane. You hear me? So, and that's another reason. Another benefit is that when you're in the spiritual state, you can deal with any problem. You can beat any problem that life presents. Any problem, you know. So, and that's another thing. That's one of the benefits about fasting. When you're fasting, I mean, you be in the spiritual plane, you be in the spiritual universe. You see something that you never know. You see something that you never thought about. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's actually a beautiful thing. Being spiritual conscious doesn't mean that you have to be holy, holy. No, no, that's not what it means. You hear me? So when you dive in within yourself, you meet that spiritual being. You be having a conversation with the spiritual being. You be having a dream with the spiritual being. You be eating with the spiritual being. Drinking with the spiritual being like you're drinking holy water. When you drink that holy water that you get from the spiritual being, you start getting ideas in your mind. You start having, like when the rain is falling, you have droplets of rain is falling. Just like the ideas drop in your mind like rain, you know. So it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. You start getting ideas. And spiritual food is like it's what the being tells you from within yourself, and you bring that out with your mouth. It's like you have to speak your dream into existence. You have to speak some dreams of you have to speak positive word of affirmation into your life, in your environment. You know, that's spiritual food that the spiritual being gives you that comes out from your mouth. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And it's something to be thinking about. You know, I just wanted to bring this message to you guys. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Um, and I'm out of here. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay strong. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with life. Be patient with the universe. So many things happen. A lot of things are happening to many people. But all is going to be well. I believe everything is going to go well. And I keep telling myself that You know, even me myself, I'm going through something. You know, I'm fighting with myself all the time. Always fighting with the other side of me. You know, so but I believe everything's gonna go well. Everything will be fine. So let's be patient with yourself. Let's be patient with life, family. So, family, have a good day. Have a blessed day. And remember, you are great. You are created to be great. You were created to be powerful. There's greatness within you. Unleash that shit. Unleash it. You hear me? Dive in there. Go get that power. You deserve to be great. And you deserve to do wonderful things for yourself, for others, and for humanity. You hear me? Family, peace.